Hi, welcome to CLACCA ULC Sydney. Apologies for the technical difficulties with running of home group Bible studies. It seems to have fixed the problem. I don't know, but we're going to try again. Um, again. So essentially, we run Clacka USC Home Group Bible Studies online because this is the only space that we've got because we can't afford to rent a building combined with pandemic, and we would like to run this without any technical problems. So hopefully. Hopefully this will be allowed to continue to the home group Bible studies will be allowed to continue every Sunday without further interruption because this is the only space we've got. So essentially, um, as we started to discuss before, Genesis 18, um, essentially behind the text is we understand that the story was written between 850 and BCE, 850 BCE and 550 BCE, and Moses is the author. We know that it's following the theme of the origins and history of Israel. It's important to remember that the story of Genesis it's not a mythological. It's not a historical book. In that it's not meant to be taken literally. It's a mythological story designed to educate. Right. In this particular, while primarily the first half of Genesis 18 is primarily focused on the story of Sarah, as to whether or not she will bear a child or not. Essentially, it this particular task it's like the lead up to it's addressing the question of hospitality. That's what this particular text is about. Now, it's also important to emphasize that the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, Mora, you can see it re-emphasizes that this particular passage is not about it's not about sexuality and gender. It's not about LGBTIQ people. It's not about condemning LGBTIQ people in any way, shape, or form. It's addressing the question of hospitality, of of hospitality and sexual abuse. That's what it's addressing. And the names of Sodom and Gomorrah, they're the names of the city. They are not the names of a people. People. The people, and nor anywhere, shape, or form sexuality and gender is not specified in the text. Within the text, we can see that from 18 1 to 15, it highlights Abraham's hospitality to the divine in terms of welcoming the three angels of what should be done. And we can see that in 18 16 to 30, Abraham makes a plea, makes a plea to God to do everything he can to save anyone from this particular city. There is a divine announcement that Sarah will bear a child to continue the legacy, and it is the turning point of Sarah's barrenness. And highlighting also Abraham's need for an heir, and the message that these three angels are bringing is the coming of the refugee children that Abraham will bear. In front of the text, I think this is an important message that In no way, shape, or form, this text is not about condemning sexuality and gender of LGBTIQ people, but it's re-emphasizing the message of needing of hospitality, and the children that we must enter our lives is the refugees that are fleeing persecution. Asian, and welcoming the stranger. Thank you very much for bearing with us today. We seem to have resolved the technical uh,